Okay, in this video I'm going to show you how to export your Rhino model for 3D printing. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to go into my perspective view. In fact, I'll go to my right view. You'll notice that right now my model is 3.66 inches tall, and that's pretty good. You know, go ahead and print something about that tall. Don't print something gigantic. This is just for you to test things out on a 3D printer. So the larger our prints are, the longer it's going to take, and the harder it's going to be for all of us to get it done. So in this case, since we are all quarantined or isolated, let's try and make these vases a little just small. It's just an experiment. Okay, so if I needed to make it larger, I could, of course, just grab any number of any one of those guys, and it would make it larger. And when I say any one of those guys, let me simplify things. Select the object, make sure that my gumball is on down here. If my gumball is on, I can hold down shift, select any one of those widgets, and I could make it really, really big. So I'm going to go Control Z and just piece out of that. Alright, I'm going to select my scale. I'm going to delete that, or rather my dimensions. Okay, so now all I have to do is, now that I know that this is a closed poly surface, and just in case I've forgotten how that's done, I'll select it and I'll type in what, and I'll hit enter, and I want to make sure it says closed poly surface with X amount of surfaces before I go any further. Alright, okay, so as long as it says closed poly surface, we're good to go. So now the command to turn this into a mesh is, you guessed it, mesh. So I can select the object, type in mesh, hit enter, crank up the polygons, and I'll hit OK. And now, believe it or not, I have two objects there. Right? One is a mesh model. You can see it's got all these very, very dense and even quads. And the other one is my NURBS model. We've got isoparms. Okay, now, you'll notice that I crank the polygons up on this. The more polygons you have, the smoother that's, each one of these is really going to be a facet. So the more polygons you have, the smoother that surface is going to be. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do over here is I'm going to run that mesh command again. And this time I'm going to take the polygons down, and I'll hit OK. And if you want something kind of rough and janky, that's fine. You can do that. And let's go ahead and take a look at these guys. You'll notice that this one is rougher, right? So the undulating curves that we have here are not quite so undulating here. Now, it doesn't really matter. At this scale, it'll pretty much look, depending upon the resolution of your printer, it'll pretty much look the same anyway. So, but I'm going to keep the good one that I have with the more polygons. Okay. So the next thing you want to do is you want to get this ready to be sent to the 3D printer. And you cannot send the Rhino file to the 3D printer. You want to save it as an STL. So it's pretty easy. Select the object, go up to File, Export Selected, and you want to save as type. You want to save as an STL. I'm going to call this DV Vase _01, meaning it's my first attempt at it. And I'm going to hit OK. Save. You want to save it as binary. And there you go. Now what I would do is I would send this off to the 3D printer, and whoever's operating it can open it up and go ahead and print it. Okay, I'll talk more about 3D printers, 3D printing, how to approach things, but I just wanted to give you a really quick project that we could, so we could have something tangible, nice and quick. Okay, so thanks very much. I will see you in the next lesson or set of lessons. Have a good day.